So loud. Pick up that microphone. It could be how you discover, recognize your own face, interior, intake. Heavy to try to others, for to immerse yourself in the poem of the dismay. Leave it aside that you know the waste and affection, the barrier, the same to time. You're feeling the same, the cure is enough of the bed frame, but you can find a headspace, headboard, to try to deride it, for the contemplate to come. So you can find what must say, justified politely. The nerves of the fire for the debit, contemplate for the live and learn for the what you say for just claim the love for this nerves to just find a mirror that didn't recognize your own face. Down to see something clever for the guy to climb for their own chains, to never define a terrified instead of space for the close of the delirium with the melody before. Telling me serious and white as a sheet for the pillowcase, and you can find a nerve to never need the rev for the contemplating of your compliment. Must find or justified to this must be like whatever you say, creative and never to become old, elated for the holding of your breath and feeling close. Fascinated with your pride and how it works, or the thought of you I masturbated but it didn't bring you back. For the reach of the ceiling, for the breaking of a peeling of their own scam, for this like an orange and craving for the healing for the mind, for the discipline and be the reason for the seasons of the same track. Hopefully enduring for the openly lessering of the quiet time, but the mirror doesn't recognize your face still. But you wouldn't stand still for not stacking enough for the relief. Francis Farmer over if this is either on and on farther than you could never told the wool to find a black sheep. Hopefully yourself for the cold for the different farther than this most distant thing for the you can experience this time. Everything moment dimension change, showing your ways, sincerity, present, never guess. Things second chance, typical disguise. Just remember who, when, but others too first. Achieving goals to be you. Each solar cross path with me spreads kindness like the fish in the little ocean you can hold. Off the hook of the never defined side for that you can praise. Something being told, voice is mine. Dirty enough to try the sunshine spark. part of it. Tomorrow burns them out. It is weather for the calming and the notes and feelings. Like the price. Doubt for the lingering of. Surrounded by your blankets of depression for depressing play for 7 ways. Only I can tell, but the smile becomes a memory. Drained. Never is still the same. I ain't. Miss you.
Share language with your home for the used to roam for the punches, the joke, over the understanding the dog. Bark still unplanned words of love for this divine vanquish. The native tone. And the grief is lost within the sight of the wave that pulled me in for who I was in the shadows, the drift of the mirrors to find a show stronger. A stranger, a search for new ones who knew this is to give and take for the who, what's granted for the learning and the self, the concept of love. And the blue hazel for what you change, the color of the eyes, and never define the silent words of this beneath the wonders of this community. Love, like a star, it did in the night for the plenty of chance to find what stage step into the moment for the crawling and the turn to walking and attain the night for the wrong. The moment counts, memories, hold, give, till, last, breath. You find the tenderest at night with you, the arms that feel the weight of the world too, for the orbiting the globe and still the diamond will be rough. Deep as the river runs, to the waters to run. This rush, this the end of the river rainbow for the lies beneath the bed with you. For this to see the colors of the never defined parallel. Kindly. Sign. Was naked. Accepted that for the moonlight of the thought. Was so big enough in the magical soul for the clouds to rage to. But you were the miracle in many different ways. It's defining every single day for the times that you could have died. For this to be the watching. You dance. Interrupted for the tired. Rain. Left the flame, but everything will be okay. She wears her armor, shielding herself for the world, but she's in constant battle with smiles and laugh, projecting her happiness and never define perfection, never to say the name. Brain would not die. It was all that couldn't be the same, but never to love you, but I lied. For the change, for the tree, for the burn, for the smoke, and rage, and time. You went. Like a circus monkey of life for the happy, perhaps that find everyone chasing moments, the maze and emotions of the different cases and the laugh and the happy they're never to be. Amazed to the day with you for the never the better for the falling of the festivities. Gone to the way for the draft for that woman for the venom. Fading the cloud of mine for this divine forgiveness and all done. Patent test and read the beat pattern is upon the distant countless stars that I connect the constipation for the heart that paces to the stone. Keeping wonder where I'm dreaming for the heart of beating laces see. Once it kept looking at me for the night that was hoping that I would be. Alright, sharper from the knife and fragments of the heartbreak. Call your mind with holding your ending. Now that bound and latent for the reflection of the soul. This girl, do you know? Soft and untouched for the hands of the angry. Bitter heart for the enlightenment that consumed the fruit for garden for the consuming of all the ideas. And never you had that for the day to have the ways to drown to find the time to effort for the time is down. Cloud the sky but new. Somehow the sun still glistens. The apple of my cheeks. The grief locks tight. The voice of the flood, the blood, the street, the hours. The untitled poem for the black and blue that said it was you. Consent for the never defined economy. Instead, consider to give it a state for the name for the sword. The sun was shining for the ocean shimmering. The trees singing over the name for the gods and eyes glimmering. The voice cracking.
Last night was the science.
Occupy your time is not your concern of the present moment. For now exists in a state of mutual appreciation. Finding the value in each other's company for the slowly constructing a foundation for something new. The will and time for the because that be more substantial. There's no urgency for the process and no need to rush towards that for the idealized future for the will of art, building and unfolding in their own time. This is the certain logic for the relationships after all for the do not define for the singular moment for the cultivation over the culmination over the steady and the accumulating over your spirit experience and over the interaction. However minor the contributions to the larger narrative, we are crafting of the never quite satisfactory, but allowing the things to unfold naturally without forcing an outcome. In the end, for whatever the matters, never the destination, but the process for that you brought the qualities into me for that I could find and overlook, and not by the demanding of change, but simply existing in it, in a way that invites. In return for that, I offer the space for the quiet refuge, a place where you can be entirely to yourself without the fear of judgment, but about the happiness of the conventional, for that you could be the sense of this, but now it's slow. Deliberate construction of just something more meaningful.
1, 2,
what we have is still in progress, and the direction is clear.
1, 2, 3, ding.
Two entities for the thought that you for years, that ever defined a given and hoping that you on your own. Usually I would have thought for the days of the long. Looking for the compasses of so many things in the sky, but they don't belong to the evasive in the form. And the forever changing for the walked lines, and I've been known. This is staring through the growing, traveling with the moon. For the change in the shape to keep the pace of this, the map through the unknown. Connect the dots to the outer space. Step to the carving of the beat in the path of the map that guides my soul towards home. I'm almost there. The dream meet me somewhere where nothing makes sense, for the everything is quick, and I remember you. Rubbing on the skin for the just to be the spring, not the dance, or not what the heartbreak. Just to find a place for the pains runs deep, there where the soul is destroyed, and the reckless in the mouth of the beast, the repeated for the nightmare. And all you can do is find the sunshine fresh, but the present is present. So much wants to let go, but let you be. Why did I have the bad idea from the start? Now be waiting for the keep riding, want to be. Think what you feel right or no good. Reflections in your eyes, and the reflection of mine for the yeah, for the half, for the angels, for the beauty, for the make me blind. Just one glance and it always send me into the cardiac arrest. With just one glance, I find what's the impertinence of staying in your lane. To be seen, not heard, but I was about the burden for the carriage of the children over the 40s and the 50s, and you can find the pondering over the clothed and the heavily for the dreadiest. Cold summer for the ever known, for the basking over the solely prices over your hands and I ever hold, for the long summer days for the world but so small and never the hype is still young, still drink bottles, new pain, feeling more awake than ever. And the line for the best, for the wandering and the selfish and another how I feel, for someday I can understand this. I'm forced down what not mine, for never to tell me while I'm waiting for the mind that wonders, and sometimes I make sense of the feelings and the stand firm. Even the first letters know I find and what's affirmed. A slice of heaven for the dew and grass, misty mornings within the daybreak.
But was it supposed to?
The sprawling of the pasture for the, you could be the fairy tale for the chapter book you read.
And it would be the story told.
Repay yourself. When I leave and I always say thank you.
It was that hypothetical for the it's not
So
you,
many
it's me,
yes,
not
this
to anyone
many
to
days
touch me,
I wish
never
I
the
could
one to
say,
hold me
but she is
down.
alive.
I find something happening for to make me feel, not to worry for the need for the all the time, but the lack of to be back on track, for this to get enough of the keep of the fake cave. This is where the relationships, the submit, to sink, this is over the indirection for the disbelief. This is where what you want from me for the mirroring and a newfound for the unavailability, for the reflection over the recognizable for the devoid. I can't do this any longer for the I'm already bored. Some kind of way, this fine meaning of the menacence bird. Put on me with this will be the earth, learn own word. Painting for the herd for the go-to church, rinse to the repeat. And say amen. This original for the feuding over the friend. People say what you want to be for the never, depending over the situation where you are safe. Whether you will ever always be, if there's a way, there's no place. And there for the way for the too far away. But to try to get her whether you can play the force to stay. Boast, give up, fail, thanks, obvious, oh, to hell, didn't mean it, won't even start, play, heart, that's the saddest part. You start to pick your chart to this potential for the over there, for the running out of time, for the second guessing anyway, for the decision, and for the life defined and threatening, and for the saddest part. The poem, it was crazy. The diversion for the couldn't hide yourself, for the red flags, and the couldn't carry it over the heavy bass, and you can find the people that say the true identity, for the talking yourself out of what you could just be. Nor what it would be, for the altar, for the illusion, for the bring me to the conclusion, for the different defining. Transfer that for the you are an abuse, wave for the state of confusion, for the point of no question, for the blame. The creating that for the delusion, for the finally second that for the title, no longer for the colorblind, but you can find the answer that align, for the real, for the colors to begin to illude. You find yourself choking over the, for the reluctant enough, for the consuming over your oxygen, for the brain is disbelief, for this to find it to flutter. Dilated for the disability, for the thing of the never to be disputed.
And that thought was, Marco,
I'm not telling you
judged
nothing.
by people
Fool me
who
once and
have
I
less
can't
knowledge
trust
than
you. Fool me twice and I cannot trust me. If I only had the ability to see through the ways of the people that see, but ever the people that believe in what you are, you can get the benefit of the doubt. You weren't ever clever for the this to be the relationship for the beginning over the ever times. You ask how many times ever any of this for the blame me. Possibly never for the starting of a war, for the thing that you can cling over. This will be the time for the eternal stand, and for the unconfused, this is fine, I need to be. Not pretend. The lights goes over, for the caressing over your skin, for the crossing over the lines, and the waiting over the rewinding over yourself, for this wrestle over the wasted opportunity, for the time that you can find the financial find. Move on. It's not that place. Move on. I can't be going the wrong way for the be the pastor you could teach me for the love. For the someone that ends every way for the learn that could ever be wrong. Even this be the song for the even when I have to the most reason ever to have to even be odd enough. We're all the same. No problem. You're the answer.